morning, besties, and welcome to ManicMoms. We're here to bring you some inspiration, positive vibes,
and some all-purpose cleaner. Girl, please wipe down your counters.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
So this is the first real episode of our ManicMoms series.
Yay!
Yay! So hopefully you've heard our pilot episode. If not, you're already here.
Welcome.
Every day we hope to have a new topic for you. So let's get into our first topic, which is individuality.
Yes.
To me, individuality.
Individuality.
Alright, it's too early for this. So individuality to me means nobody's the same. We all have different likes, dislikes. And so figuring out what works best for you, what really makes you happy, not just you liking something because somebody else told you to.
Right.
Whatever like that. So what does it mean to you?
So I see things a lot deeper than most people do. That's one of my superpowers. So for me, individuality is about being your authentic self. And by authentic self, I mean wiping away all of the conditioning over the years. And when I say conditioning, I mean from the way that you were raised, possibly a religion that you were brought up into, down to the school that you went to, the things that you learned in the school. Like maybe they had certain ways that you could do things, certain ways you couldn't do things. So then that built who you were.
Or past relationships?
Yeah, absolutely. The relationships, your jobs, everything, the conditioning from that, what you learn, and really removing all of that. Wiping it away, giving yourself a clean slate to really just peer deep within and say, who are you?
So you just want to be an emotional stripper.
Absolutely. That's a great way to think about it. I am stripping all of this off. Yeah. So what are the ways that you tried to be your true authentic self back in the day?
So you've known me for like 10 years?
Yes.
How many versions of me have you met?
Let me count. 1, 2, 3. Well, lots of them.
So I used to just try and fit in. Having been raised in like Christian school and Christian home, everything was very strict. And it was, don't do what you want to do what God wants you to do. Which I guess isn't a bad teaching as long as you include individuality. So I just got into a bunch of like different types of groups, tried to fit in, trying to find what I really felt like I could enjoy.
Yeah.
But I never really found anything that like I could really settle in with and feel like I belong to that group. Now, I am just a whole stereotypical genre soup. Just thrown all into one.
Just kind of fits in wherever you need to be.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess same question to you. How did you try and find your own individuality?
So honestly, I really don't know if I tried to find my true individuality as more of, I was a really big people pleaser. So I kind of just lived my life based off of what I thought they wanted from me, and they as just meaning like society, people, anybody that's in your life, period. Because I could go to work and if they needed me to be one way, then fine, I could do that. It really, whatever just made them happy. Never really did anything for myself, really, truly, authentically. That word in itself is something that I've now kind of hung on to, authentically. But back in the day, that's kind of what I did.
So neither one of us are really like that anymore.
Absolutely not.
So we had to have had a specific time in our life that was the catalyst to change, that you stop and focus and see, this is not me. This is uncomfortable and I need to start finding out who I am. What was that for you?
For me, I would definitely say my famous words is, I got tired of my own shit. And when I say that, it's not like, oh, I hated me. It was actually, I need to look deep within and learn, okay, I have to do this for me. I have to learn to love me. And I got tired of my own shit, me allowing things to happen in my life that shouldn't be there. And that was my about face.
So it wasn't so much you were tired of your shit, you were tired of allowing everybody else's shit to affect you.
Yeah, true.
So for me, it was leaving a relationship and for the first time being out from underneath any kind of authority, anybody telling me what to wear, what to say, what to be, how to feel about something. So I started trying to find everything that made me the most comfortable.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
And so it was always me thinking, like, is this really what I want to do, or would I rather do this?
Right.
Do I actually enjoy doing this? Do I really want to go do that? So it was just always weighing my options, basically.
So you were just trying to find your comfort zone.
Yeah, my comfort zone is a really big deal to me. And now, having been in my comfort zone for so long, don't ask me to come out.
Absolutely not. We're not coming out. So, moving forward, some of the things that you can do to unlearn that lifestyle is kind of like what you were saying earlier, and question everything. I do a lot of things more on a deeper level now. I'm pretty deep. I question everything, go dig below the surface. But I questioned everything, from the clothes that I wore to how I got up in the morning, to how I left my house, to how I went to bed, to the way that I parent, the thoughts that come into my head. I questioned everything.
All right, you heard it from the professionals. Gotta question everything, guys. But individuality also, I feel like that's so much more than just yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in a family setting, you also, want to support the individuality of your spouse and also your kids.
Oh, most definitely.
Maybe you're married or, in a relationship with somebody else who's had all the drama as well. So, you got to help them find, well, not so much help them find, but support their journey to find their own individuality.
Yeah, absolutely. So, one thing that I have found is it's really important to give your spouse their own space, their own time. Realize that they are a person themselves, and you don't have to both be on the same page at all the time. Giving them their space to grow and to be themselves, have their own likes, is really important.
You make a really good point there, because James and I have very few interests in common.
Yeah.
He plays video games, he's an artist, the nerdy stuff. And I'm not so much. I mean, I do some forms of art, but you cannot get me to play a video game. I've tried, and I've tried to be, that gamer wife that we could play together. I can't do it.
But that's where you guys are allowing each other inside of your relationship to be who you want to be. We're not asking our spouses to be a certain way because this is how I want them to be, or control them. We're going to allow them to be themselves. And if that means go sit in the bedroom and play video games until your heart is content, that's fine.
Provided your chores are done.
Right. Speaking of chores, let's talk about individuality with the kids.
Yeah, I think that's the fun part, because you get to watch your kids find their individuality.
I love it.
And watching them blossom into their own opinions, likes and dislikes, it can be funny at times. Sometimes it's a little disappointing.
For me, sometimes it's scary. But really, it's so heartwarming to just watch them be themselves. They're not who they are because this is what I want them to be. They are who they are because that's who they want to be. And that's what's really important.
Yeah. The only thing I've really found disappointing in my kids finding their individuality is Bella's sense of style is so different from mine.
Yeah.
And so she's the only one in our house that wants to wear bright colors. Everybody else in our house wears a lot of black and darker colors. She's the only one that will stand out.
Somebody has to shine bright like a rainbow.
Right. She is just the highlighter in the family. But mine are really a little too young to have formed really big individuality. But yours are older. Is there anything super individual about yours?
Well, just over the years, kind of seeing things evolve. Really with Angel, It used to be I would do her hair, I would choose this, I would say, okay, let's go get a haircut or whatever. And now she is doing her own thing, and she is dyeing it all these different colors, and she wants it curly, she wants it straight, she wants it braided, and just allowing her to be herself. And if it takes her expressing that through her hair, fine, it's hair. A lot of families, they don't agree with that either, and that's fine. But for us, we like to express our individuality through our hair, and that's one thing that Angel is picking up on, is she wants to do it herself now.
Yeah, I think between our two families, our hair really shows all of our character, because I have purple hair, you have blue hair, Angel, she's got what, blue right now?
It kind of changes. Right now it's like a turquoise.
Right. Bella's tips are pink right now.
Beautiful pink.
Oh, it is gorgeous. She's got my favorite hair right now. And then Adrian's like back and forth between his natural hair color and a blue mohawk. So I guess our greatest sign of our individuality in our families is really just our hair.
And do you know what I noticed as well is the demeanor of the kids really changed when they got to just be themselves. And over the years, there's been a lot of criticism from outside sources. Angel used to always love braids and beads in her hair. And there was a lot of criticism that would come in, and it would make her not want to have braids and beads. And now just seeing her not care, just simply not care, it makes her happy. So she's learning to be her authentic self, and watching the kids grow and say, this is how I want my hair now. Dominic had hair halfway down his back, and one day he just came to me and said, it's time to cut the hair. And now it's short, it's a different color, and he's a totally different kid now.
So for people like us who, have colored hair, lots of tattoos, and just looking the way we do, I think it's easy for us to embrace those kind of interests that the kids have.
Yeah.
But, like, what if we were not that ourselves? Do you think we would be just as okay with that?
If I had the mindset, as long as I have the mindset that I do now, I think I would be, even if I was the kind of person that didn't look like a coloring book. With a bunch of tattoos, hair is all vibrant. I think as long as I was being who I wanted to be authentically, I would then be able to allow them, not necessarily allow them, but give them the space that they need to be themselves.
Do you think your hair and tattoos kind of helped you form your own opinion of who you are?
I think me doing it unapologetically is being able to accept myself and who I truly am. My therapist always asks me, what are you going to do when you're 70? Are you going to keep your hair this color? And I say, yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
My kids even say, I don't think I would know Mom. I wouldn't recognize her if she didn't have some kind of crazy hair color. So I think it's part of my personality now. And honestly, when I say to you unapologetically, be me, that's what that is. And I don't have to care anymore about what people think about my tattoos and that they think it's too much. It doesn't matter. I don't do this for you. I do this for me. And
I have to have those kind of conversations a lot at work, because being a bartender, I get a lot of old men that come through. Yeah. And there was one man who asked me the other day, what's in my nose? I'm like, a piercing, because I have a septum piercing. And he just went on and on about, why would you do that? I said, it's my body, I like it. Mm-hmm. So I decided to do it. Oh, okay, I understand that's your body, but why? Why do I have to answer that?
Our body is a temple, and why not decorate the walls, right?
Right.
I noticed that I get quite a bit of a mixed response from the older generations. The other day I had a lady stop me at Walmart and talk about she wishes that she had the, I guess we'll say balls, for a better lack of term, to dye her hair blue or have tattoos that can be seen from other people. And I was just like, just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. And so, I get that response from the older generation. I also get, where they turn up the nose to you. And
I've influenced old ladies to dye their hair.
Yes, I would love to do that. Come on, Margaret, let's go.
I have seen older women who are regulars at my job who would come in one day with their silver hair is now purple. And I'm like, okay, Joanne. All right, I'm down.
We're loving this.
Right.
Yeah, so really, it's fantastic. Honestly, when I see people like that, living their life for them, it's so heartwarming.
So with us having become so comfortable with ourselves and the way we look and, kind of modifying ourselves to just show our own personalities, I think that's opening a lot of doors for our kids to be able to express themselves.
You are exactly right. Exactly right. Because really, we have to be their models. And, letting them see us be authentically us is opening up a huge portal for them to feel comfortable in their own skin. And by us walking around and saying, oh, look, here's my bag and I don't have any fucks today, the kids can be the same way. And it's really healthy to start them out early and saying, not just be mean about not having any fucks, but really have none about being yourself unapologetically. And so, I think you're exactly right. By them seeing us do it, they're going to be more receptive to the idea as well.
So out of all your kids, who do you think is going to be the first one to be modified, piercings, tattoos, crazy hair?
Oh man. Well, Damien already had some modifications done. He had his septum and his nostril pierced, and we've already been discussing his first tattoo. He's 17, yes. But that's one thing as well. So honestly, I want to say that Damien, he's probably going to be my first one that is going to be loaded with tattoos. And he's so much like me. And over the course of the last few years, Damien and I have really noticed how much we are the same. And so, I think that it's definitely going to be Damien.
Hands down for me, it's going to be Adrian.
Most definitely.
Bella, she has colored hair, but that's kind of the extent for her. She's not kind of wild, crazy, out there kind of person. Adrian,
she's just look at my pretty hair.
Yeah. But Adrian, I can kind of see him just looking like Machine Gun Kelly when he gets older. Just fully covered. His dad's a tattoo artist.
Oh, yeah. So he's definitely, it's taken care of.
I can see as soon as he turns 18, just hopping in the chair and be like, do something.
All right, Dad, let's do it.
Right. So I really think Adrian's going to be fully modded out. He already wants his ears pierced. I keep telling him he has to wait till he's 10.
Yeah.
But now that Jalen's are pierced.
Jalen just recently got his ears pierced, and that was so cool. I literally watched him go from, this could be a really cool idea, I'm a little interested in getting my ears pierced. And he's been watching Damien. Damien has his ears pierced and these cool earrings and danglies and whatever. And, Damien is really showing himself, that he can be himself. And by expressing with jewelry and stuff like that.
Jalen's really picking up on that.
So Jalen sees that Damien's doing it and he's embracing it. And one of the things that he came to me and said, I want to get my ears pierced. So we bought the kit, and he struggled a couple of days about doing it and was back and forth. So I allowed him that space. This is your decision. It's your body. It's a whole. If he doesn't like it, oh well, we'll take it out. It'll close up fine. But this is your choice. And he's 9, and some people might say it's too young, but.
Was it making the decision, or was it just working up the nerve?
I think for him, it was more working up the nerve, but for Mom, it was let's just make sure that this is what he wants to do. But he, on the spur of the moment, decided, let's do it, Mom, right now. And he was so confident that I was like, let's do it. So we did it, and he's ecstatic about it. He can't wait to change them, and have all the cool earrings and stuff. And you know, also, the first day that he got him done and he went to school, he was so concerned about what the other kids would think. And it was a great opportunity for me. And I ran with it. And I drilled into him, who cares? Who cares? And he's getting out of the van that morning, walking down the sidewalk, and I'm yelling, fuck them kids. Fuck them kids, Jalen. Do you, boo. What makes you happy? And I'm just yelling it to him, and he's like, Mom. But at the end of the day, he came back to me and he said, I didn't care what they thought, Mommy. It made me happy. And it was like, yes, parent win.
Oh, that's precious.
Isn't it?
I don't think we've had any like really big outward presentations of individuality like that, other than the dyeing the hair. But Adrian is really coming into his own, following me in like spirituality. He's seen me have my altar. Now he has his own little altar, and it is so cute.
I love it so much.
It's just a small bowl of all these random little crystals with a few like rocks from the gravel in our driveway thrown in. And I guess it's the intention, right? That's what really matters. And he's got this little Buddha that you gave him.
Yes.
And yesterday I gave him his own little bell and the little mat thingy. I don't know what they're called. I'm sorry.
We don't need no technical terms over here.
But so he has it all set up, and it's just the cutest thing. And God forbid you put anything on his altar. It's just his bedside table that he's put all of his stuff on. But if you put even just a pencil or a sock or something on there, Mom, can you please move that off my altar? Put it on my desk if you have to.
I love it. And that's so cool. Like, it's just because, you know, Christina and I were very spiritual, and that's something that we don't push onto the children. Of course, we practice our rituals around the children. You know, they see us manifesting and doing, you know, all of our intention candles, and you know, whether it's dancing under the moon around the fire or whatever, they see us doing that. And that's what makes us happy. But we allow the kids to be themselves. You don't have to believe what I believe, because you are your own person. And you're allowed to make your own assumptions about religion, spirituality. And whatever they choose to do in life, we're going to support it 100%.
I think Adrian's still a little confused on some of it.
Yeah.
Because prior to, you know, the whole spirituality, we did go to church. So, you know, he's got a little bit of Christianity thrown in with a little bit of spirituality. And I'm just like, find whatever fits you.
Yeah. And you know that my kids the same thing. They used to go to church, and Angel now participates with a youth group at a church. But it's good that, you know, they can go to church, see what that's like. Is this something that you like? Does it resonate with your authentic self? And if it does, yes, let's continue. I support you. If this is what you want to do. If it isn't, fine. You know, like, let's try to find something else. So it's good that they've been in a church setting as well as in a spiritual home.
Yeah, they're just getting to sample different things.
Absolutely.
Because if you give them just this one path, like we were just given this one path, and
right,
we're like, okay, yeah, I'm just going to go down here.
There's nothing outside of this.
Right. So
I think we kind of like learned that a little late in life.
Yeah.
But that's okay. And so now we can just apply that to the kids. And I know in our household, it's really important to do it because that's what you want to do. Not because mommy sages the house, now you need to sage, but is this what you want to do? And that's what I love about Adrian and his altar, is that he chose that, and you allowed him that space to choose it.
And just like you said, saging, he comes to me at least once every other day. Mm-hmm. And, Mom, can I cleanse my room? And I love it. Of course, you know, I have to light it for him, but now he's starting to like want to light it himself.
Yeah.
And it makes me really nervous because he is a bit careless. but it was a big deal to him to get to be able to light it himself this last time.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And I wanted to be such a helicopter mom and stand there, but he doesn't like to be seen while he's cleansing, so I had to like just stand out the door, make sure I didn't hear any flames or anything.
Got my mom eye on you.
Right. But yeah, he did really good, and it just felt good to be able to let him do something that made him happy.
Yes.
Made his space his own space.
It's such a great feeling. Jalen did a spiritual bath not too long ago. He said, Mom, I need to get some of this negativity off of me. I want to do a spiritual cleansing bath. And he did it himself, and it was a great feeling for me to see him participating in what I do. And he felt great afterwards. It was fantastic. So parent win again.
To Adrian, almost every bath that is done at night is a spiritual bath. He has to have his little bowl of crystals in there, and we light an incense for him, put on a few candles for him, and he will ask for the meditation music.
Oh, I love it.
His little bath salts, and it's really, really cute.
Now, if I could just get my kids to meditate with me, then we'd be like, that's it, the cream of the crop right here.
Well, Bella has no interest in any kind of religion or spirituality or anything, and that's okay.
Yeah.
So I've never really tried to get her to come meditate with me. Trying to get Adrian to meditate with me, not a good idea. That kid is so ADHD that as soon as you start to get in the zone, you hear him scratching something, patting on the floor, and
listen, bro,
rolling around on the floor. Like it's impossible to do with him right now. But maybe that's something we could do together in the future.
Absolutely.
Once we get it under control. So I think we've pretty much, covered how important individuality is amongst our two families. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you would like to share regarding that?
No, I don't think so. I think we covered most of it about how important it is to just give the kids the space, the time, our husbands as well, and ourselves, making that our number one priority to make sure that we are authentically ourselves.
Yeah, so maybe we should start, maybe a bit of a challenge of the week. If you guys could just find one area to really question and think, is this your comfort zone? Is this the way to do it to make you happy? And if you are able to find something like that, by all means, please email us at manicmomspodcast@gmail.com and tell us about it. We would really love to hear from you and to get more engaged with our listeners.
Absolutely. So again, challenge of the week. Find one area inside of your life that you are going to question. Are you really doing this for yourself, or are you doing it for somebody else? And send us an email about it if you want us to talk about it, or if you want our opinions on it.
Or even if you don't want us to talk about it. If you just want to share it with us.
Hit us up, boo.
Yeah, we look forward to hearing from you. So now we really got to give some credits to some amazing people who help us out to do this podcast. First of all, if you think we sound super amazing, that is definitely because of our friend Chris. You can find him on SoundCloud at Vanilla Carrot. I'm sure.
Wait. Go back. At what?
Vanilla Carrot.
Vanilla Carrot. I'm going to need to know who came up with this name later on.
I think it's actually the other guy that he records with, Scotty. Another friend of ours.
He's a character.
Yes.
I believe it.
I'm sure their parents are so proud of that name. I actually genuinely love it.
That is so funny. I like it.
My favorite thing is a few of their songs. Let me see if
They make songs?
Yes. My favorite one of their tracks is Soapy Potato.
Oh, a soapy potato. It took me a minute. I got it. All right.
And another one of my favorite tracks, Jazz Cabbage.
Jazz Cabbage.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I could probably rock with that one.
All right. Yeah. So definitely check them out. We're going to have a link in the description to this video. And this lovely art that you see here of us two was a portrait done by our friend Mallory. We really have no way to plug her. We just wanted to give her lots of thanks and credit for her beautiful rendition of us.
She does such a fantastic job. She really does.
She is. I think she really captured our personalities very well.
Yes.
So I think that is all we have for you guys today. Just remember, hit us up, manicmomspodcast@gmail.com. And we really look forward to talking to you guys again.
Yes. Have a great day.
Stay manic, guys.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.